Happy Easter! Now what? Hi, I'm Pastor Nathan Decker, and I'm focusing today on the scriptures and the passages that Jesus did after Easter in terms of the resurrection to inform us and to tell us what we are called to be doing. One of the hardest of the verses comes out of the Gospel of John, in which John has Peter and Jesus have this dialogue there as they're eating fish on the seashore. Jesus showed up and told them to fish on the other side of the boat, and Jesus leapt out of the boat when he realized it was Jesus, and they're having a nice time sitting there at the beach, over some nice fish, and Jesus turns to Peter and says, "Peter, do you love me?" Ooh, this hurts Peter. Peter has denied Jesus 3 times. And 1, 2, 3 times, Jesus and he have the exact same conversation. "You know I love you. Then feed my sheep." "Peter, do you love me?" "You know I love you, Lord." "Then feed my sheep." Feed my sheep. Take care of my flock. We as a church are called not only to go out, that's first and foremost, but also to care for those that are brought to faith. As early as the first Pope, if you will, Clement of Rome, it's a beautiful prayer that he has. You can Google and find, in which he actually talks about the caring for those within the flock. The church took this call that Christ gave Peter seriously, in that we are called to reach out and we are called to care on the inside. These are our 2 primary missions. First and foremost, to go out, but secondary, to take care of the sheep, to take care of the folks on the inside, to feed them, to nourish them, to help them grow. If we love Jesus, if we love Jesus, if we love Jesus, we will feed his sheep. We will take care of one another. We will seek ways to build up the church, to build up those around us, to care and love one another, especially during crisis and times of disagreement in painful places. We are called to care for one another, to feed each other, to share. One of my favorite images of heaven and hell is the image of people sitting around a bowl in which it's soup inside. And the first image is those that are starving because they have these long spoons tied to their hands and they can't feed themselves. And the second one is heaven. And it's just like the first, except instead of trying to feed themselves, they feed each other. And all of them are fat and jolly. And that's what we, the church, are supposed to be. Not necessarily fat and jolly, but feeding and caring for one another. Let us feed the sheep. Let us feed and care for one another as a part of the resurrection of Christ, and we'll be better together. Amen.